believe my wife.
I'm pretty sure it's all.
Because the original one.
Right. No,
absolutely.
You did that every time.
Okay.
I believe. Yeah, all municipalities have been asked.
Yes, you added them.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. And again, just that little piece of friendly advice, if you do it next year,
Oh, absolutely.
sit them all down, get it all done at one time versus trying to bounce back and forth.
We only realized a little too late how.
Oh, no, it's a learning situation.
It's a learning curve.
Right.
Can I ask how we would receive a copy of the just passed resolution so that we can...
It's by motion, and it'll be in the minutes of the meeting. The clerk will give that to you. Sure.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And listen, I certainly do appreciate all the work you and your family are doing on this.
And we appreciate your consideration. Thank you, Jim.
Okay. You take care of it.
Good luck.
Okay. Under new business. Dennis, you want to go through this resolution authorizing the execution of a memorandum of agreement with the Moonda Creek Watershed Intermunicipal Council?
Yeah, as discussed Monday, this is the memorandum which authorizes the supervisor to sign a memorandum of agreement which is going to establish a watershed intermunicipal council for the Moonda Creek. Now, as previously discussed, that includes any number of communities within Orange County over a large geographic area. And it's a body which they're seeking to create so that over time that area can be protected in terms of watershed issues and whatnot. As pointed out on the concluding page of the agreement, that's the second parcel, paragraphs 7 and 8, we can terminate our participation at any time, and the agreement does not require the payment of any funds. So there's no exposure or potential liability to the town, and you have ready access to withdraw should something develop which you would find objectionable. In connection with the resolution, in order to adopt it, you have to go through the simple seeker procedure of a motion declaring yourselves as lead agency for this particular action, 2, typing it as a type 2 action, and then declaring that there is no significant impact to the environment as a result of this action, which would mean the issuance of a negative declaration in connection with the action itself. That's a condition preceding to moving on the resolution.
Okay, would someone like to make a motion then that we deem ourselves, town board, the lead agency in regard to State Department of Water Review for a negative declaration regarding the
Type 2 action.
Type 2 action.
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Having done that, you can now take up the resolution itself, which again, as indicated, simply authorizes the supervisor to sign the memorandum of agreement.
Would someone like to make a motion in that regard?
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
Yes. Well, the negative debt, is that still coming, or is it?
That was part of the seeker motion.
Oh, so that's all one? Okay.
That's all one.
The only thing I just looked at this quickly, Dennis, from what we got Monday, with all these whereas, this is a much more detailed thing, the memorandum of agreement?
Yes, it is.
The actual resolution?
Yes, it is.
And that's the way it should be?
Yes.
It shouldn't be like a copy of it?
Absolutely not. In fact, it refers in the resolution to the attached document, which contains all the details of the action of the council.
Any other discussion? Madam Clerk, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Supervisor Bloomfield.
Aye.
Councilman Capella.
Aye.
Councilman Lyons.
Aye.
Councilman Caterina.
Aye.
Councilman Newell.
Aye.
Motion carries. Resolution passes.
I apologize. Can I have a move in a second on that?
Ken
I
and
didn't move it.
On this one here? Oh, I did. I made the motion.
Okay. Thank you.
Second, you guys did the first half.
Now, for the public, the significance of this is that all these municipalities, this is a communications improvement type of thing through this intermunicipal agreement, that we all draw water from the Moonda Basin, and when we're doing things there, we need to be talking to each other. This kind of facilitates that. So it's a step in the right direction for the quality of water in the future. Okay, and I really applaud the people who have thought the idea up and have been working on it. The next item is earlier this week, got a request to lower the speed limit on Maple Avenue from 55 miles per hour to 45 miles per hour. It's from the Steve and Linda Petrie, who live 297 Maple Avenue. It's pretty self-explanatory in your note. The location is where Crossroads intersects with Maple Avenue, and then where Maple Avenue intersects with Orzek Lane. So altogether, that's about a half a mile. And the justification for this is the increase in traffic. It's becoming a commuter shortcut. Along with increase in traffic, there's been an increase in speed, and there's been an increase in the number of accidents. The stretches directly in front of their home is becoming like a racetrack, and so forth. You can read all these. They got some rationale here. Now, the normal protocol for this is we, the board, if we agree with this request, I'll send a letter to the county. The county then sends it on to they say yes or no, and they send it on to the state government, and they evaluate it, and within 4 or 5 months we'll get an answer back, and yes or no, whether we can change these signs. Okay. So would someone like to make a motion regarding this request?
So moved. Second?
Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. I would also like to say our experience has been not very good. I don't know of any time state government has agreed with one of these reductions.
Especially out there.
And so we'll just do our best. And I appreciate people requesting this of us. It's their town. And even though these are county roads, they're in our town. This next one is an item that we've not discussed before. Ken and I have, but day before yesterday I got a call from one of the citizens in Scotchtown Park requesting that we move the installation of the storage tank in Scotchtown, the water district, we move it up from sometime next year to now. And there were two reasons. Number one, there are 2 or 3 homes that have experienced, we monitor the quality of water continuously. And there are 2 or 3 homes that are clustered near the tank that have got higher than normal quantities of lead and copper. When I talked to our engineer for the town, Sean Hoffman, I said, is that as a consequence of the tank or something else? And he said he couldn't tell, but by eliminating the tank, by putting a new tank in, that would eliminate one of the variables, and we could do then further research to determine where it's coming from. This tank, which is probably 6 feet tall, could have as much as 3 feet of dirt and rust in it, in the bottom. And we know that when we pump water through it, it takes the dirt and corrosion and all that with it to some of these homes, even though we filter it and all that. So, pardon? Oh, okay. Okay. So, anyway, so the first thing I did, I went to the budget officer. I said, listen, how much money have we collected in advance to install this tank? If you'll recall, we purchased this tank back several months ago and paid cash for it. And we've been collecting money for this installation for some time because we didn't want to borrow money. So the tank is there, and he said, well, by the end of the year, we should at least have a minimum of $32,000 in cash, in hand, to install this tank. So then I talked to Sean Hoffman and Joe Klotchen, our water operator. I said, okay, what do we think it would cost to install this tank? We had gone out for bids when we bought it for purchase and installation, that what we got back was $80,000 for the combination. And we said we don't have $80,000. We had it at that time for $35,000. So we elected to buy the tank for $30,000. We've got it out there on the site. We've now got $32,000. And what I'm suggesting we do, and they're suggesting we do, and Ken concurred with me when we talked about this, is we go out for bids for installation of this tank starting now, okay, between now and the advent of cold weather. If the bid comes in very close to what we got, well, it's a no-brainer. We'll do it. If the bid comes in a little bit more than what we've got, we'll look at it. If it's too high, we'll maybe put it off till next spring. If it's within spitting distance, we'll do it and borrow money for maybe up to 6 months to continue collecting money and put it in. So that's the proposal